Kyllä.
Hi. I would also encourage you to join a sustainability working group. We meet twice a month, not twice a week. Just that would be too much. We're not a family yet. So I'm Maja Kehic from DeepSquare project. What we are building is sustainable professional cloud computing ecosystem. We will get to there. I'm going to tell you the story about DeepSquare through mining. Focusing on mining 3.0, you will see what is it about, but I will just like to steal 2 seconds of your time to celebrate the fact that exactly a year ago, team met to start writing white paper and draft this project we have now. We did development prior to it, but the project as DeepSquare now started a year ago, so I just want to celebrate with you guys. So let's start. If sustainability and mining were a couple, their relationship would be nothing less complicated. Uber complicated, extremely complicated, you name it, but nothing less than that. And I'm not just talking about mining that connects us all here, but I'm going even one step back, including mining, original mining. So let's start from origins. Mining 1.0, gold, for example. Extremely shiny, nice metal, takes very important role in our culture, history, minds, used in so many different industries, not just as a jewelry. But the other side of this shiny coin, it's not so shiny. As a matter of fact, gold is extreme. Mining gold extreme, every possible way, starting from resources you need to conduct this kind of activity to its social and environmental impact. I'm not going to go into details about chemicals released, changing landscapes and everything. I'm going to focus on one particular impact, and that is the fact that mining gold is extremely energy intensive, so electricity consuming extremely. Ringing any bells? Energy consumption and climate and mining and crypto, banning crypto mining to save electricity, energy consumption, electricity consumption. Well, welcome to the mining 2.0, crypto. In this case, we are talking about allocating certain compute resources to a certain blockchain network and being rewarded in a form of a native token. If you want to be successful, you want to have right hardware in place. 2 options: ASICs, single-purpose hardware developed, designed to mine one crypto. Second option, GPUs. Multi-purpose pieces of hardware can do mining, but also can be applied in so many different situations or applications. What binds them together is the fact that obviously you can mine. Both of the hardware pieces are consuming a lot of energy, and as a result, there is a lot of heat. And if you want to be successful in your mining activities, you want to have cooling system in place, because if the heat, also if the environment of your mining equipment is going up, performance is going down, and you don't want to do that. At this point in time, certain activities happened that actually led us to what we now know as DeepSquare. Many of you do not know about DeepSquare, but this is what we're going to change in the next 10 minutes. So 2017, a group of bright, talented, curious engineers built their first mining facility in Gondor. For the ones who do not know, Gondor is a small place in Swiss Alps, has access to green energy, and because of the location, you need less resources to cool down the equipment. This mining facility was 400 kilowatts, GPU-based, and 200 mining systems. Next year, they were hired by a client to scale up. What they did, they built entire mining farm, and this time we're talking about 8 megawatt, 40,000 GPUs, and 5,000 mining systems. But if there is one thing I know about engineers, they always want more. They are never happy. They want to push boundaries. And I mean, this kind of spirit's landed us on Moon, so it's not critique, it's ode, and especially to those guys here sitting who did all of this. Thank you. So going back to GPUs and mining, this is magnificent, but there were still questions to be answered. First of them, yes, you use green energy, but you still create heat. Air cooling systems, not efficient. I'm sorry, but not efficient. So one thing, what are you doing with heat? Because regardless of kind of energy you take and cooling system you have, hardware still creates heat. In most cases, unfortunately, this heat is released into atmosphere as a waste, while on the other place, heat is being generated for heating purposes, and it's absurd. And third thing, GPUs, amazing piece of hardware. So you can mine, but you can also run more lucrative workloads, AI, rendering. And welcome to the mining 3.0, compute. So all development now happening in science, medicine, technology is based on compute. CPUs as central processing units are simply not enough because of the data you need, the amount of data you need to process, and the complications or calculations. So they are getting complicated on a daily basis. So for example, genome sequencing done on CPUs takes days. On GPUs, hours, even less. So if you combine that with high-performance computing, you get supercomputing resources that can fuel everything. But there are still problems to be solved, sustainability being one of them. And we are proof that you can deliver cutting-edge computing technology with less burden on environment and Pachamama. And what you can start with is renewable energy. You can put in place a proper cooling system, and you can reuse the heat. And sustainability is a matter of choice. So we all are responsible for what we are doing. And this is what we are doing and how we are doing it. So this baby here is our proof of concept cluster located in Sion, here in Switzerland, at the premises of EPFL shared campus. It's powered only by renewable energy. We use immersion cooling system. That is a practice of dipping hardware into non-conductive oil-based liquid that can capture all the heat generated because, again, machines create heat. And then we reuse this heat. In this very particular case, this baby is connected to Sion's district heating network. Anyone from Sion here? No? Okay. Oh, do you use district heating system?
I don't think we're connected yet.
Oh, you should, because we're going to heat your home.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks to this entire system, we can reach PUE lower than 1. PUE is an indicator used in data centers that tells you, so basically it's power usage effectiveness. It tells you out of 100% of energy you take from the grid, how much you use for IT equipment or for computing in this case, and how much do you use for side activities. In most cases, side activities, inefficient air cooling system. Current industry average is 1.59. What we can reach is below 1. And this is why, because very simple. Green energy coming in, you have immersion cooling system put in place, you reuse the heat. For the end user, performance-wise, no difference. End user still gets high performance computing. And for example, if we talk about AI is, at this moment is on a hot seat because of the power consumption and related CO2 emissions. So we imagine we have AI engineer who wants to build and train AI model. He connects to our platform, connects his data or her data, builds the model, trains the model, and he's done in a very efficient and sustainable way. But what is it that we at DeepSquare are doing? Because we are more than infrastructure. We are building ecosystem as a service. Yes, we rely on a distributed or decentralized network of high-performance computing clusters. But on top of that, we developed Cluster Manager solution. It's called Cluster Factory. And this solution is designed and developed to deploy, manage, and monitor high-performance computing infrastructure. And just exclusive information for you guys, on 15th of June, we're going to launch open source version of this software, so everyone can use it. On top of that, we are building marketplace for all the applications needing compute. We are focusing at this moment on high-performance computing because this is the biggest gap in the market. But obviously, we can offer general compute as well. And on top of all of that, we are building our own compute protocol in order to deliver transparency, decentralization, speed, and trustless system. Simplified, what can you do in our ecosystem? Whatever you want, basically. You can host your nodes. You can build, host your metaverse project. You can build and host your gaming project. You can render your next blockbuster movie. You can build and train your AI application. You can train AI model to find Valdo wherever he's hiding. So basically, just unleash your innovation and imagination, and you can do it. It's accessible to anyone who wants it. One of the reasons we're doing this is because this entire beautiful system we are building now around blockchains and this new economy, basically, is not as decentralized as we like to think. Because, for example, if we talk about cloud computing, entire industry is dominated by very few players who control 80% of the market. That would not be a problem if the governance is not centralized. So yes, their infrastructure is decentralized. You have servers all around the world, but everything goes into one governing body. But what we believe and what we know is that our dream of decentralization is not lost. So we can build actually a system that gives power back to the community and build Web3 by learning on mistakes we did with Web 1 and Web 2. I didn't do any mistakes with Web 1. I was too young for that. But anyways, so yes, the dream is not lost, and let's build this system together. Obviously, no one can do it on its own, so let's unite and build, because we are responsible for this. And I'm going to leave you now with this quote from Buckminster Fuller. For the ones who do not know, he's an architect, engineer, and innovator who says that you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So let's build this new model decentralized to the very core. So what we are building is layer 0. Thank you. I'm done. Around as well, so if you want to discuss, please do. Next.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.